Hey friends, this is a small haul because I have been so busy. What a busy spring and summer I am having. But I'm going to find time to stop by a little bit of thrift shopping. Just fly through sometimes. So I'm always going to look for books. I'm always going to see if there are vintage books. And I did find this one beautiful little, it's a softback, like a paperback kind of book. And I have no idea. It's written, I think, in French. I don't really know what it is, but I just couldn't resist it. It was very old. Couldn't exactly see a date in it, but I looked up the title and it says 1926. So it's just little and sweet. And why do I do these things? I just love old books. Love them. Just think they're precious. I've got a plan to put up a new shelf. I've got this big archway between my foyer and my living room, and I've bought the board, I've got the corbels, and I just haven't yet gotten myself in an organized situation to where I can put it up. But I want to put nothing but my oldest books up there. I'll probably put a couple of other little things just for interest, but I feel like that would be something. I got a lot going on in this living room anyway, but I'm thinking that would be a place that could stand to have books, and books would be gentle enough not to be a huge attention getter. But I'm telling you, the older I get, do you hear my washing machine? For goodness sakes, it sounds like there's an alligator in there. I'm working on my very own Cracker Barrel in this house. I've got so much stuff everywhere, and I realized that you can only absorb too much. But somebody gave such a really fabulous phrase to me called visual abundance. Yeah. I've always said my eye loves to look at a lot of little details, and it does. I can absorb a lot. I really can. So it's important to me to have my groupings and my little things, not just junk for junk's sake, but my little vintage items all grouped up. That's always good. Well, here you can see I found decorating with baskets. And I'm having trouble remembering what I paid for these hardback books. Maybe $2 each. But they were published around the year 2000. And a lot of this style, the shabby chic style and country, in my opinion, a lot of that is pretty timeless, because I can look at the photos in these books, and pretty much everything in the photos, I would do it right now. I just think it's charming and gentle and sweet, and I like having these books. I don't just buy them as coffee table books, because I don't even have a coffee table. I'm saying I actually look at these books and they inspire me because the photography is beautiful. I realize, now I love Pinterest. I do a lot of Pinterest anyway. But these books, to sit and just turn the pages and read the captions, that's interesting to me, and I really like it. Look at these birds. Is that not gorgeous? The inner cover? That's fabulous, and I really can't understand why the actual cover of this thing under the jacket is this green. What in the world? Why would they choose that color? I don't know. They didn't ask me, obviously. But, sometimes I ditch the jacket and prefer to see the actual hard cover. But in this case, that jacket's going to stay on. That bright green is not blending with my aesthetic at all. But I think I have another book by this author, the Rachel, is it Atwell? I think that, I wonder, I'm going to have to go look. I might have bought the same book twice. If I bought the same book twice, one of them will go forward to donation. But she, I guess, is one of the founders of Shabby Chic. Maybe she's the one who even invented the phrase Shabby Chic. I don't know. But I'm telling you, the photos and the arrangement and all the stuff is just it's peaceful to look at, in my opinion. And I really like seeing what kind of vintage items other people pick up to display and to feature in their homes. Like, I mean, every bit of this, that light fixture, the dishes, the tulips. I mean, I would use that in my own home to this day. So, you know, some of these photos are of a guest cottage behind her main house. But a lot of these, look at that pretty clothes that just match her aesthetic. Look at the old lamp with the old plugs. See, I love old plugs too. What's up? Look at that. Oh, so nice, so nice. And even a dishwasher full. A dishwasher now, that you wouldn't think that's lovely to look at. But if it's filled with these kinds of dishes, I guess she uses the gentlest cycle. Because, you know, a dishwasher will remove any kind of gold edging that you have on a plate. And actually, it will remove some of the design if you do it too harshly. So I personally don't ever put my vintage plates, the really old ones, I try not to put them in the dishwasher. Not saying I never have, because like at weddings and stuff, when we've used a ton, yeah, I'll put it through the gentle cycle, but not normally. The beautiful rests on the foundations of the necessary. Isn't that a sweet quote? I really like that. Enjoying it so much. So, yes, these books will sit somewhere handy to my favorite little perch resting places so that I can pick it up. Now, Melissa and Doug, there's two things I look out for in the toy department for my babies. I like to find Melissa and Doug toys. They're well made. They're usually wood. They're usually educational or, you know, motor skills development kind of things. Well, I could not resist that cute little toolbox full of screws and bolts, nuts and bolts. How cute is that? And the other thing that I always look out for is vintage toys. If I see something that looks very old, and most of the time when I find a vintage toy, I do let my grandchildren play with those things, because that's the kind of toys that I like to have available for them. Obviously, if I were to find something very fragile, I wouldn't let them play with it, but I would have it, I'm sure, put it somewhere that it's not super accessible to them, but maybe they could touch it gently while I'm watching. But the boys have not even seen that one yet, but my girls have already explored how to use nuts and bolts and tools and screwdrivers. This is a beautiful linen round tablecloth with a crocheted trim, the lace on the edge, and it's big. It's big enough to put over a small table and have it go down really long, which would be beautiful for layering up with another vintage embroidered piece and some lovely vintage dishes. Now that's what my mind immediately thought of. And those are the kind of accent tables that I use at bridal showers, baby showers, different little events like that. I think they're beautiful. Maybe even a grandbaby's first birthday. My goodness, at some point I've tried to think of all the parties and showers and weddings that I have helped put together, and I could hardly think of them. There were so many that I have been privileged to be part of the planning and the decor. Can you hear the birds? I'm sitting, it's early morning on Sunday morning, and I am sitting outside. I'm the only one awake at my campsite. and I'm out here by the fire. It's kind of brisk. It's like in the 50s last night here. That's pretty brisk for such a hot summer, and it makes it so that you can enjoy the fire so nicely. I kept running out of time to finish this video, and so at some point I just decided that I would just do it when the quiet moment came, and share it, post it, publish it whenever I had enough Wi-Fi and signal to be able to do such a thing, and hoped that all of you would love me anyway if I don't stick to my scheduled goals. I have goals, but I don't always get to do exactly what I think I'm gonna do. You know, Ben had his knee replacement surgery, and that has been a trial in our lives. Ben's a strong man, but that's a rough surgery. Was for him anyway. I don't know. I don't see how a full knee replacement could be worse than a partial knee replacement. But we had already planned this camping trip with all 14 of us. We planned it at least 2 months ago, before Ben even hurt his knee or had the surgery or anything. So we kept our plans in place, and Ben knew that he would not get to do the kayaking that he dearly loves, because he still has staples in his knee. So I think, you know what, I think if the staples had not been in there, he might actually have tried to get on that river, him limping and on crutches now. That's how much he loves it. And I was arguing with him that he could not do such a thing, and he said, well, I guess it is dangerous if the staples are in. I said, you think? This is how much he loves to do this kind of thing. Well, now I've gabbed on about unrelated objects while everybody has seen lots of minutes of that tablecloth. But I do want to share with all of you the things that are happening in my life besides just the vintage things and the decor and the crafting. Those things are fun, but after a time I get to know all of you, and I do enjoy sharing all the parts and all the aspects of my life. I think it helps you understand where I'm coming from. You see my little vintage camper? I love that thing. Oh, it's been so good to us, and we have had so much fun camping in that. Well, I expect to be able to get another video out this coming week, and I pray that all of you are having a lovely summer, and that the Lord has blessed you richly